Hello everyone, and welcome back to Creeper World 3. We are in a new system in Tormented Space. We finished the first level, and there seem to be two more in here. And I kind of want to see, I want to get a gauge for how quickly these levels will actually be, because it might even be the case that like we can actually just like get entire systems done in Tormented Space as well, if they're simple enough. Um, but I don't know. I'll play it by ear. But I might go through these levels a lot quicker than I expected, so I just wanted you to be prepared for that. But let's go ahead and see what we can do with this. Hopefully, they do put these little circular plateaus where they think it's a good idea to start. And I'm usually inclined to agree. I'd like to grab at least one totem, hopefully, before the creeper consumes it, but I don't know how feasible that actually is. Well, actually, might be able to do something like that. It's a little risky, but I might be able to pull it off. I don't know. Let's give it a try. So, as we expected, starting over here didn't exactly work out. So I did start on the little plateau here, like they recommended, and I'm focusing on just this tiny little area at first, just to get a defensive line, get some economy going, and keep my line relatively short. I'm also using shields because although they're generally pretty expensive to run, they're also pretty strong in scenarios where we have to hold on to a very small area like this. So I did start using that, and as you can see, I got my collector network set up fairly quickly, and then I just sort of blitzed up my reactors here. And then once my reactors were set up, I just again tried to reinforce my front line, got a couple more shields. I've also got a turret going to flatten this area out, and eventually I hope to put it up to level 10 so that it's just that much easier for us to defend, and also so that we can keep our reactors in a nice neat grid for just slightly better efficiency. Um, our you can see it is piling up pretty bad, so I've also had to get some mortars to support. But even though it is bad, this setup was holding pretty well, and we are still slowly building up here, in spite of the ickiness that this looks like right now. And eventually I did get to a point where my turp had done some good work. Our lines are still holding pretty steady, even though it is a little bit precarious on this side especially. Like really on both extreme wings is where it's the most scary right now, like at this point. But it's we're still holding. We are starting to get this up to level 10, which is the highest it'll go. And once we get this whole area terraformed up to level 10, like I said, we'll get our reactor grid. It'll be nice and efficiently spaced, and we'll be able to hold our ground and eventually, hopefully, push out towards these two totems, maybe even this one here, and get our research going. All right, and this was the point where I decided that I was pleased with our situation, where we were pretty stable and really making good progress. Where you can see that I got my wall established on the left side here. Our right side is holding, but it is still a little bit iffy. It's definitely not as strong as the right side. In fact, I think I might get another mortar there. I did also try going for the ore mines and get sprayers. Like I tried to take over this whole area here quickly, but that did not work out well for me. And our economy is still fluctuating, so it's not like we're perfectly in the clear just yet, but at least this save is at a point where I'm confident that we're steady. Now been able to expand my platform, so this corner is now secure, and we're now able to... In fact, I'm going to get rid of this shield because it doesn't seem to be... In fact, no, I'll just deactivate it so we can use the income, but I might need it for later. Yes, so we expanded the platform. This area is now secure. I got a couple Berthas to help supplement my firepower, And I've also begun extending my platform out so we can get to this these totems here. I've also got my forge ready for when we claim those. In fact, I should probably get a couple of reactors just in case. Glad I didn't get rid of that shield, because that could have been kind of annoying if I decided to rebuild it. But nope, I think we're good. Got our upgrade started now, so yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and finish this one out because we seem to be in the ascendancy now. Got the creeper suppressed at this choke point, the digitalis rather, and that basically frees up this entire sector now, which is quite helpful. And so now let's see what we can do with that. Wait, no, I want a mortar there, I think. In fact, I think I might just end up putting Bertha's down so that I can use the triple shot. But we've secured another totem and another ore mine, which is actually quite nice. I've been using my sprayer just to kind of help out a little bit, but it hasn't been like a crucial part of my defense, I think. So it's still nice to have, though. Hooray! Okay, that was a bit of a tough fight. I was like, especially at the beginning, but once I got myself established, then it turned out okay. So next up, let's go to Manbosta, and in fact, I actually did make some progress off screen, just to have it prepared. So, but I'll like usual, I'll go ahead and walk you through what I did. Okay, cool. So I did try establishing myself up here in this corner, and it worked out okay. But I found that it eventually like it just kind of, especially around here, the creeper was just moving too fast. So instead, I set myself up on this plateau, which it does seem is the intended way for you to do it. And I established my perimeter around here, especially in this area where we're the closest to the creeper. But I've also got it extending up into the north here, mostly to protect this this totem, so I can use that for research later on. Alright, and then when I'm a little bit more established economically, you can see my economy is still not doing great at this point, but you know, I've still got my southern line established from the last load point, and then I've got a few mortars just because the creeper is really starting to build up, especially again here in the northwest. But this area is still staying pretty clear for the most part, and in fact I am hoping to like swing around to the north and come at that inhibitor from that side. But for now, I've just got myself set up. I've built my collector network, and we're holding the line. Next up, I've expanded my defensive line. I pushed up a little bit just because the creeper was moving slowly enough that I felt like I could reasonably start taking a little bit of ground and just really secure that totem. But you know, it's been a bit slow going because even though I have a lot of space for collectors, I still also have a huge expenditure just trying to defend this much area. So it has been a little slow getting my defenses up to the point where I really want them. But I still got them. And basically the whole line is covered and it seems to be holding fairly strong. Got both totems when we're ready to move up and secure a forge. So yeah, no, this is going great. And this is where I really felt like I was secure, because the line had been holding for a long time at this point. And in fact, I'm going to get that there just to be safe. The line had been holding, and although there's a lot of buildup, it's pretty slow in all the areas that I'm, you know, on my flanks and stuff. So right now I'm just building up a bunch of reactors to hopefully eventually get a forge going, and then also some Berthas to help cut down that creeper where it's starting to build up thick. Got a couple Berthas and they've just started to fire, and man, when the Bertha shells impact on the super built up creeper, that looks so satisfying. That's really cool. I love it. And I think that's one of the appeals of this game is, like, in spite of how relatively simple it is in terms of strategy, you know, it's just like the fluid mechanics are quite interesting. So yeah, I just wanted to show that off real quick. Getting pretty close to the inhibitor now. I've got the flanks on my supply line pretty much covered, and I think I've basically got it now. It's just a matter of actually pushing up to the inhibitor itself. So let's see if I can find a spot for this guy. Because like getting enough area right in front of it is going to be a little difficult, but I'm hoping with the sprayer that will be enough to keep it back. In fact, that's looking pretty good right there. Sweet. Okay, that one wasn't too bad, actually. That one went pretty well. Like it was. I was trying to get a little, you know, a little creative with my initial placement, which meant that like it was. It didn't go well at first, but like once I actually set myself up where it wanted me to, it wasn't too bad. Okay, so it looks like we've got a lot of planets in this system. I don't know how long this episode is going to be. I think for the ease of my editing, I like, especially since I'm going to have to play these levels to get my save points going, so I can show you how I'm doing it. I'm going to leave it at 2 and go for shorter episodes. I'll see how short this one ended up being and judge it from there. But for now, I think that'll probably be a good place to call that episode. And then the next episode, we'll go ahead and start in this system. So looking forward to it. This is going fairly well so far, better than I expected. So quite pleased about that. And we'll have to continue our progress in the next episode. So until then, see you later.